Hi guys, hope everybody out there is has had a good day. It's sort of a bit late now. It's 20 past 8. I've just come on here to do a short video regarding. Well, somebody asked me. I've been asked it a few times actually, but I was asked it again today. Why the interest in the paranormal? Why the interest in ghost hunting? And all I can really say about that is it's something that is fascinated me. It's fascinated me since I was a child. Um, why I got into it, I mean, there's no one particular answer to that really. I certainly came from an environment where we used to talk about ghosts all the time, and there was ghost stories on some evenings when the lights were out, and we used to chat and speak about spirits and various things. And I think that kind of sparks my imagination as to what's out there and what lays beyond the curtain of death, and what or if is there life beyond death. And certainly I think so. I've seen a few things over the years that compel me to think that there definitely is. I would say there definitely is. Obviously, it's one of those questions, or it's one of those things where some people will agree, and a lot of people will not agree with me. But it's each their own. It's your own personal belief system. But yeah, it's something that I've always been intrigued with ever since I was a child. Even as a child, when I was very young, I used to make arrangements with my friends to sort of go out ghost hunting. I was only 9 or 10 then, but obviously I didn't do it in the professional manner that I do now. But that was the origins of it, really. Um, as I think I've said it before, the thing that interests me is the fact that I could make contact and possibly speak to people from a different time period. I'm a big sort of history buff. I love history, and the thought of being able to talk to somebody from a different period um, just amazes me. It astounds me. I find it fantastic. So yeah, that's one of the reasons I do it. Obviously, I'm big on the search for life after death. Um, it's one of those unanswered questions that it's one you either believe it or you don't. It has to be a thing that is within you. And people say, well, I don't believe in that. That's absolutely fine. I have no contention with those people. That's their belief system, and not who am I to say they're right or wrong. But then who are they to say that I am? Um, so yeah, as you can see, I used to go when I was very young with friends, sort of 9 or 10 years old. That was the basic and the start of it. Although I was always interested, even before I can remember, I was intrigued by spirits and ghosts and things that go bump in the night, as it were. Um, Things have changed obviously now. I mean, as I got older and got more involved with the paranormal and ghost hunting and worked for various teams, then I sort of honed my skill, as it were. Um, and I was lucky enough to work with some wonderful people over the years that I've learned from, and the right way to do it, because there are lots of people that go out there ghost hunting, profess to be ghost hunters, but they don't really do it the way that it should be done, in all honesty. But you know what? It's a learning curve. These are things that you pick up as you go along. Um, I've just been signed up by a group now. I've just joined a group now that do filming for YouTube. I won't tell you the name of the team because they do it in a very professional way, a very professional manner. And I've been lucky enough and blessed to be taken on by them. So there's going to be a lot more vlogs regarding ghost hunting, and there's going to be a lot more ghost hunting content involved in my videos. So that's good. Um, so that's something to look forward to. Another thing about me is I like wandering around graveyards. I know it's a pretty odd thing to admit to, not from a creepy aspect, but when I walk amongst graves and I walk along through graveyards and cemeteries, it just astounds me. I don't see it as just. I mean, a lot of people walk through them and take no notice. To me, it's like a library of lives. uh, each person that lays in that cemetery, they've loved, they've feared, they've cried, they've laughed, they've had children, they've been someone's child, they were married, they've had loved ones they loved, and they were loved. They've done extraordinary things, every last one of them, and that's what I think of when I walk through a cemetery. That's what comes to mind for me. As I say, it's a library of lives. It's a it's like you're walking through. Or every time you pass a grave, it's like you're passing an individual a person's history. So it's a for me it's a pretty cool thing. Um, I think I get it from my mum as well. I still do. I look at a grave and I imagine what that particular person's life was like when they were here in the physical. Um, so yeah, I mean that's, as you can see, I'm pretty obsessed with the idea of life after death and spirits and ghost hunting, and but that's what I am and that's who I am, and that's kind of describes who I am as well. Um, So yeah, I just wanted to give people an idea as to what got me obsessed and what got me into ghost hunting and to being a paranormal investigator. And as I say, it's something that's kind of, it feels almost like it's inherent. It feels like it's been there since day one. And maybe it has. Maybe it has. I don't know. But I certainly can't remember a time when I wasn't fascinated by the subject. And the older I get, or certainly the more I do it, and I've been doing it for a long, long time now, the more fascinated I become with it. It's not something that I ever get bored with, and it's not something that I ever will get bored with, I'm sure. So yeah, I guess you could say we're kind of a special breed, ghost hunters. Yeah, so that's really it, to be honest. As I say, there are certain things that I've seen and experienced in life that have certainly raised a few eyebrows and made me question, um, the validity. But yes, I believe in it 100%. If I didn't, then I wouldn't be doing it. So I'm looking for answers. I also think that the psychological aspect of it is pretty good as well. It's really good, and I really enjoy watching people's interpretation of something that isn't paranormal, but they consider to be paranormal, and how people convince themselves and talk themselves into, um, yeah, just talk themselves into to believing something has happened that is to do with a spirit or a ghost or what have you, rather than take the sensible view and break everything down to its component parts to find the answer. Anyway, I'm rambling now a little bit, but I hope that gives you an insight into why I got involved in ghost hunting and why I enjoy it so much. So anyway, that's it. That's me. Bit of a waffly video. I'm very sorry about that. But I will speak to you soon. Take care now, guys. Bye.